Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ken here, back with another episode of the Minecraft Skyblock series here on candy.mchub.com, and we're going to be starting off this episode with a pretty good trade. So last episode, if you guys didn't watch that, I basically went and built myself a little bit of a shard farm, and while it has been making me around, like 5,000 shards since I really used it, it is honestly not that good because we don't have ourselves any mining pets. When you mine and you want to get a lot of shards, you're supposed to use a mythical or a legendary mining pet that'll basically have like an ability that activates, and rather than getting like 10 or 20 shards when I go through the entire process of going back and forth, you can get like, I don't know, between 3 and 5,000. So we're gonna do a trade right now with this guy, Vincent Van Gucci. What a name. And we're gonna trade him our 29-minute 2.5x XP booster for a legendary mining pet. Okay, there we go. So he has the legendary wither skeleton pet. This is a specialty in mining, has lucky mining, mining skill, and a couple other things. Okay, I guess he wants me to trade it, but it's got this thing called Miner's Touch and Ore Obliterator, which I believe is the ones that will give you a lot more shards. So thank you for the trade, dude. Yeah, here we go. Lucky mining. So every 10 minutes for 60 seconds, you will have a chance to uncover shards while mining. And the mining skill gives you a 300% skill multiplier. And then mythical mining merchant, every 15 minutes for 30 seconds, ores will sell for 70% more. Okay, there we go. Our pet abilities just have activated. So right now we're at 5.5k shards. Hopefully this thing jumps up to at least like, I don't know, 10k soon, but it'll probably be a little bit of grind. I do see it going up at least a couple hundred shards at a time. We're at 5.65. 5.66. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. I'm really happy with this. And we have this ability, I think, for 10 minutes or for 60 seconds. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not going to stop mining to figure it out, but we'll see once we're done. Okay, so I just got up to level 6 worth of mining on our skills. So if we do slash skills real quick, we go to mining and we try and grab, oh wow, we actually claimed a lot of these. Okay, cool. So we get, let's see, 150k credits over there and a rare crate key. That's awesome. We get shard discoverability 1 ability, and then we get 300,000 credits, and this one is in progress, and we'll get a lucky 3 ability, 450 shards, and 450,000 credits. That's pretty decent. But yeah, we basically got like 1.5k shards just from our ability, which honestly isn't too bad. We definitely need to get a couple more levels of shard collector for this strategy to actually start making us a lot of shards. Okay, so our pet abilities have just ended again and bringing us up to a grand total of around 11,200 shards. I gotta say that's pretty decent so far, but obviously because our shard collector is still only level 115, there's definitely a lot more room for improvement. But before we go ahead and work on some more kind of mining things, there's a couple changes that we need to do on our island. So right now we obviously have this grinder over here with just 1 guardian and 1 little iron grinder robot killing it. It is being attached to a 1 million capacity CPU, which is a collector box, but obviously this is definitely not the most efficient way to do this. So what I think we do in this episode is we make ourselves some sort of faller system where we can have the grinder with the guardians in it kind of just go and fall to their deaths, because look at this, dude. There's 171 guardians here just casually flopping around on my island, not getting killed by my robot and not going into my CPU. And then I also want to go ahead and change up this cocoa bean farm to make it a little bit more efficient, maybe have like 1 or 2 layers with only 1 robot in the middle. And then I want to go ahead and make myself a blaze grinder. So the first thing I think we should do is probably go work on the cocoa bean farm, because this is obviously what is making me my money right now. But real quick, before we start upgrading our farms, I did want to ask that if you guys play on the server or want to play on the server, can you do me a favor and use my IP, candy.mchub.com? The more of you guys that use it, the more that the server will kind of support me in my quest to make a lot more videos on here. So if you can do that, I'd really appreciate it. But regardless, if you guys didn't know, you can actually go and combine robots here on MCHub if you have 2 of the same ones. So for example, we have an obsidian farmer over here and we have another obsidian farmer over here, and I think I can go ahead, pick both of them up and then combine them, and I believe I can go and make myself a bedrock one. So if we go combine, we now have a bedrock robot level 1. And if we place this dude down somewhere like let's place him down right over here, he breaks cocoa beans in a 15 by 15 radius, meaning that he can pretty much take care of this entire farm without any other robots needing to be here. And we can actually make a second farm for this obsidian farmer as well as the diamond farmer. Okay, so I went ahead and upgraded the length of the cocoa bean farm. So now we've got one obsidian farmer over here. We've got the bedrock farmer over here. The island is currently overclocked right now because I wanted to see if they'd still break all of the cocoa beans and have none to break. But so far, it seems to be working out. Now, if we check out this bedrock farmer, he is at 71% full already. And with our sell one, we drop a sell. And there we go. We just made $38 million. And let's check out this obsidian guy. This guy's working like crazy. And we just made $26 million over there with a 2.56 times multiplier. So pretty decent overall. And we've also been grinding out a ton of shards. Right now, I'm almost at 50,000. So I got to figure out what exactly I want to do with that, because I think we should probably try and buy ourselves some guardian and endermite spawners. But I was also thinking of just upgrading the bedrock farmer and kind of getting its efficiency and fortune up. Although this is pretty expensive and we would only go up 0.05% of a multiplier. So I don't really think it's worth it. Alright, so now that our cocoa bean farm is pretty much as good as done as we need it to be for right now, I'm going to actually start working on a blaze grinder probably down over here. And I'm going to make myself a public one as well as a private one. Now, the reason why I want to make a public one is because on MCHub Skyblock, you can actually tax people some of their XP for using your grinder. So for example, if someone comes to my island, grinds blazes at my grinder by going, /is visit DrCandyMan, and let's say they get 10,000 XP, I can actually tax them 15% and get 1,500 XP basically for free just because they are grinding at my island. So let's go ahead and do that and see if I can get some active income from grinding myself and then some passive income from people going and just grinding at my island. So I went ahead and built a little platform down here that is big enough to hold around 4 different grinders. So I've got my first one down here. It is going to be a blaze grinder. I'm going to put one more right here and then 2 more on this side, kind of aligning it with the chunk. And then we have our level 1 blaze grinder. And this is kind of sad because a level 1 blaze grinder obviously isn't going to make a lot, but let's see how expensive is it going to be to upgrade this thing. So we have $279 million right now, and to get 149 levels onto this is going to be around $155 million. Now, I don't think I need that, but I think if we get 100 levels for $58 million, that should be good enough. So let's go ahead and upgrade this thing. Now we have a grinder at level 101. So I kind of went overkill on the upgrading. This guy just said that I needed level 51, and I went and upgraded it up to level 100. So a bit overkill, but hey, at least we have an infinite grinder on the island that any of you guys can come on the server and use. And yeah, he just brought up a big problem that anyone can just fly and just sit in it. So what we probably need to do is go ahead and cut off the top area and make a little trapdoor here at the bottom, so that way it is a completely private grinder. Okay, so the blaze grinder is complete. I went ahead, added a weighted pressure plate as well as an iron door there for privacy sakes, and we've got one dude over here just casually grinding out my blazes. Now, I also went ahead and added some beacons, so whenever you go onto the island, you don't even need to upgrade your sword because you get strength 2 and haste 2 right off the rip. So, I don't know, man, we're making this island kind of luxurious. But while this guy's grinding this one, I'm gonna go and make one grinder here and then 2 more over there. So hopefully anyone who needs a grinder can use one right here at my island. So I went ahead and took a break for a few hours, and now if we do /isxp, a couple people came on the island, grinded, and we have 5,659 XP, which was my 15% tax right over here. So we still have to build the other 3 grinders on this side, but if we take a look at our farmers, both of these guys are completely filled. Look, this guy 100% full. This guy with his head down is also at 100% full. But yo, if you guys ever sell something on the server, make sure you go and do a /vote first, because what that does is that it gives you premium, which basically is a sort of sell booster. And if we also do /booster, I believe we have a 1.6x sell booster for credits over here. I don't want to use this 2.5 one because that one is really rare and we don't really have that good of a grinder for it right now. So let's go ahead and activate the 1.6x booster. We have our 1.5x sell one over there, and we just made $90.5 million off of that guy. We just made another $90.5 million off of that guy. And if we take a look at our gold and iron grinders, let's see, 35 million and another 32 million. So we just went up to $621 million. That is not too shabby. So I went ahead and grabbed the guardian spawner from my trash grinder that I have over here, and we are actually going to be building our faller underneath our public grinder. Now, the reason why I went and built the public grinder right over here is not only because it's accessible to my /ISGO, but because if people sit here and grind it, they are essentially also AFKing my spawners. So they basically get to grind up my spawners, and I don't have to leave my PC on the entire night. So basically, what's going to happen is that there are going to be a bunch of guardian spawners pretty much all underneath these grinders, and whenever they die by hitting, you know, a flat slab or whatever at the bottom at like Y10, all of those items will go into my collector box, and I can essentially just sell them while people are here just, you know, casually grinding out my spawners. So pretty easy system. I think it should be very effective. So let's go ahead and start building that bottom platform. So the platform has been built. I'm using this magenta glazed terracotta block. I've never used it before, and I'm really trying to get used to these freaking 1.16 blocks. It's like an arrow. That's so cool. But regardless, let's go ahead and place down our level 61 guardian spawner right underneath where this dude is just casually grinding my endermites, and then he should be hopefully AFKing it. So there we go. We've got this guardian spawner down. Now I think when this thing spawns, it should just fall and then die right onto those blocks, and then the contents of that, so I think it was like those little earth ball things, I forgot what they're called, those should go right into my CBU, and then I can basically sell them whenever that thing gets filled. Alright, so I am at some random dude's island, what's his name, Bagel01, and he's showing me his farm right now. This thing is, this thing is absolutely massive, and apparently it makes like a couple $1 billion an hour, so we are nowhere on this level yet. We have nowhere near this amount of spawners, and keep in mind, all of these are, I believe, level 51 or level 61. So, yeah, we have a lot of work to do, boys. But honestly, I think we should probably wait to make one of those efficient farms later on in another episode. Right now, we just got to try and get our spawners down so we are making at least a little bit of money. So let's go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 blocks like that. Place another guardian spawner down here, and then break the rest of these blocks, and then we got to see in the auction house if there's any other guardians that we can buy, just so that way we are not sitting on these shards and having no spawners making us any money. Alright, so we found a guy, Kuchkam Kausuni, that said he's going to sell me some guardians for 7k a pop, which I believe is the going rate. So let's go ahead, shard withdraw, and then let's do 21,000 for the withdrawal, and then trade him up. So traded him 21,000 of our shards, so we're down to 40,000 for 3 stacks of guardian spawners. I'm gonna try and do a couple more trades. I think this guy Bagel01 said got 3 more from me, so I think with that we'll probably be down to like 18,000 shards, and it's gonna be time for us to grind some more just so we can continue buying these guardian spawners. Alright, got another stack of 21,000 shards. Let's go ahead and give him the note, and I think he just tossed me 3 more stacks of guardian spawners. Yep, there we go. Cool, so now we have 6 stacks of level 61 and level 51 guardian spawners. Let's go back to the ISGO, place these down, and man, I hope these trades are worth it because those shards took absolutely forever to grind. Alright, so we are back here at the /PvE, just grinding out some generator fuel because my generator was like running really low, and I realized that our sword is still just Inquisitive level 18, we still have Sharpness level 13, and even though I have a pretty good amount of netherite just from like the envoys and going to the little boss plays, I'm still using this prot for Unbreaking Force, Sky God plus Diamond Legging. So I think next episode what we need to do is definitely start working on some of our gear, because right now, look, we are literally taking damage from these 50 out of 50 health like level 1 zombie spawners. So imagine if I go to the dungeon and fight the boss, I'm probably gonna get killed. So let's go back to the /ISGO before we die over here. Let's put in some fuel into our generator. There we go. And you know what, since we were gone for quite a while, I think we should go and then try and sell our CBU and see how much money we're gonna make over there. So right now we're at 705 million. If we do a quick sell over there, we made 6.6 million, so not the best. We made 4.3 million off of the Heart of the Seas, and might as well go ahead and sell our farmers. Yeah, 11 million over there, and then another 8 million over here. So honestly, these aren't making too much money right now, but I think as we get more of those and as this farm just becomes a little bit more efficient, we should be making some good money. Alright boys, so I'm just gonna sit here, grind out some shards. We're up to 27,000 right now, and I think our pet abilities are literally about to expire. Hopefully we can get to 28,000 though, but with that, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We accomplished a lot. We got all of our farms made, and we have the public grinders that you guys can go ahead and use. And you know, the more that you use it, technically the more that you support me. I don't know if this is cheating. I don't think it is, because like a lot of people on the server do it and they're not really donating. They're just like using my, you know, farms that I built down there. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, want to see some more, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, use candy.mchub.com to play the server, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.